I'm ready. Let's go.
Hello, sorry about that, guys. There's just a bit of a awkward technical problem, but we're ready to go.
Ascesnsion on the way. They're going to be starting on the blue team, Snakebite on the orange team. And early on, instantly, Churchill is going to be involved in an early shot, but Snakebite, they will be clearing it away and straight towards the other end. A counter-attack was looking to be brought in there, and that is match it to try and get the ball down in the corner. And Subre tried to at least capitalize and cling onto it, but wasn't quite able to at the moment. 4:30 on the clock, and now it's a time for the Ascension to try and go forward. But a nice shot there by Churchill, but Subre, he's equal to the shot, and just for now, Snakebite will be clearing it away. It's really end-to-end in the early stages for the clock, and instantly Yuri will be demoed.
Aye, it seems to be a good start at the moment. Like, nothing's obviously happened so far, but just there was a close demo there. What do you think these teams could do to make them ahead of the game?
I don't know. You're probably asking the wrong person here, realistically. 4 on the clock. How would you say it then?
Obviously, good positioning. Some like surprising demos. That would be good. Like, we need to see some good demoing.
Like, Jasby will get the latest shot underway for Ascension. So they try and push forward. The shot is there, but Subre can just about cling it away instantly. Still, the danger is here for Ascension. So they do try and get the ball forward, and they just tried to get onto it. A missed shot by Churchill, and that allows Snakebite to at least try and capitalize, only temporarily. Low Churchill again in midfield will try and get the bomb down. Jez will be knocking it down to try and retake and regain something, but neither side really able to cling onto the ball at this point. Subre will now be trying to get this attack going forward there. The shot is there, but Churchill on the save with a nice goal line effort. Jesby can match it away, and the ball will go forward for Ascension. 3 minutes on the clock. Subre will be knocking it down off the back row, and that was dangerous in itself as LR takes and strikes home. Ascension lead 1-0.
Well played to the guys. That's just an unfortunate hit by Subo. It just going off the backboard, and LR, the king, was able to finish it up. Great
finish as well. A bit of a mistake really on the Snakebite end. The first touch will be favouring the Ascension side, but straight away you saw the player at least try and capitalise on the ball in the air. No aerial dribble for him for now. Jesby will be knocking the ball forward, and Churchill will be there on the shot. The ball just hit the backboard. Wasn't quite the right angle for him as Snakebite capitalised straight down the other end. It was an empty goal temporarily, but LR the King was there in response. Yuri will demo his man, and halfway in this game, it is still Ascension with the lead as Max tries to get the ball forward. A nice shot. Really powerful effort, but Jez for now was there. Yuri might try and capitalise on this. Couldn't quite get the right angle and direction there.
Yeah, we need to see these guys passing around a bit more, trying to get some good 50-50s, and hopefully that Snakebite can turn this around. Like, yeah.
That was so close there by Snakebite as they tried to sort of capitalise on a loose ball match. It will send the ball into the centre, and the player was there, but the defence was equally too. And LR actually knocks that in straight from the defensive save, really. A nice effort, and really Snakebite, they just were unprepared for that.
Yeah, this was a good counter. Like, this is something that can catch teams off guard. Like, they could be putting on the pressure, and then all of a sudden that counter goal just hits the opposition, and obviously we could just seen that.
I didn't really think that was going in originally. LR gets the ball forward. It was mainly aimed towards Jez, but Jez couldn't quite get to it. Yuri he just was able to knock onto that ball, and just a little nervy few moments for Ascension. They will control the ball. I'm just making mistakes as I try and talk here. 1:30 on the clock. The ball was there, Jez. Oh, that was so dangerous, and a massive mistake on his end. Yuri's got one back for Snakebite.
Yeah, this is all he needed to do was just move his car slightly right, and he could have just dribbled it out the way, but it just fell on top of his car and just straight into the goal.
Not really seen a lot of dribbling from either of these two teams. It's just sort of a pass and hope you can get onto it. Yuri will be striking the ball forward early on. Jez will be capitalising after that early mistake leading to that goal. Churchill will try and get Ascension to go forward here as they try and keep this lead going for them. It is Churchill's shot, which is knocked away. LR trying to keep this alive. A nice effort But Yuri was equal to the save. LR the king. Ascension, they're really trying to push forward here, but they're not quite getting anything. And maybe Snakebite will try and push forward here and get something going. The loose ball will be knocked out. It's in the air, and LR will just knock it off the back wall and pound it away for now. Just under a minute to go. Can Ascension hold on to this lead?
Yeah, it's a bit 50-50 at the moment. Obviously, that one goal doesn't really make much of a lead. Like you can see it time and time again where that you can just get that goal. Oh, nice one, Jez. Well played.
Just watch his back. Just the dribble and the control by him is magnificent. He did almost crash into his teammate at one point, but just pretty much outplayed 2-3 of them.
Yeah.
3-1 to Ascension.
This makes up for his own goal he's just done a moment ago.
That's quite amazing. Ascension should be in full control of this, but 30 seconds isn't quite over until that end goal. An effort was there for the Snakebite team, but they couldn't quite aim it on target. Match Fisher will try and center the ball. The Ascension defense is too strong in the moment, and the ball is loose. The Ascension team could capitalize. They will. It's another goal for Jez, but this time it's in the right goal.
Yeah, at the moment you can see that Ascension really want this game. Like, they don't want to go down. They just want to stay up.
That was a massive mistake. Me about to eat a mint or a piece of chewing gum. 20 seconds. Ascension pretty much in control of this game. And they will be again trying to strike the ball forward, but it's Yuri at the back. Yet again, a key defensive player. Will be centering the ball forward. That's so good. But just the defending by Ascension was just too powerful. 5 seconds. This is all going to be game over in round number 1. Ascension quite comfortably leading this 4-1.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about the chewing gum. I was having muffins and chocolate bars the last time I was streaming.
But the issue with chewing gum is it's something you've got to keep sort of consuming for a long amount of time. It's not sort of something you can just eat and swallow instantly.
True,
It's
true.
Actually,
Right, let's go.
game number 2 then. Ascension, they've got a 1-0 lead and they'll try and at least build on this and try and capitalize. Snakebite, they'll be looking for this early goal to try and ease some early nerves. And it was Snakebite trying to be aggressive and instantly early on, but straight away, someone's just messaging me and they really don't have to do that in 4:43.
That's so kind.
Yes. He is. Really nice of him. He's trying to get me to try and hype it up a bit more. 4:30 on the clock then. And Churchill and Ascension. But now they're just keeping the ball down, keeping it in their path. So they try and capitalize and just get the possession really in their favor. Yui will be knocking the ball to get some possession and aggression towards the Ascension side. At the early stages, it's still quite even.
Yeah. Who's the one that messaged you? I mean, we can't have pom-poms, you know. We can't have like 5 girls lining up cheerleading. It's a bit
Can't have chill.
Yeah, we can't do that in Rocket League, unfortunately.
Nice shot. Oh, I just hit the crossbar by accident. Super saves the rebound. 1-0 to Snakebite, and you know what? They've got the opener, which they need.
Yeah, this is what they needed to do last game. They needed to put the pressure on. Obviously, that's clearly what has happened here. Like Subway's just cleaning up.
And to get the goal in the early stages is just what Snakebite need to try and at least draw away a little bit of pressure. So Ascension, they won't necessarily be under too much pressure with the 1 map advantage, but still one goal down here. They want to try and get something back here. As Jez centers the ball. There was a player there. Churchill couldn't quite get it in time. So unlucky, so close. And I feel at this point, Snakebite should be able to just clean the ball away simply. The ball still just traveling in the air at this point as Ascension try and capitalize and try and gain this ball, which is really loose. It is Ascension who will just knock it back, maybe for Jez to try and get something going. That would be Churchill just to try and get the ball going. I thought Jez was going to control the ball. Not quite at this stage. Ascension pushing forward, but Match Bishop is the effort at so close, but Yuri again right at the back. Snakebite, they're holding on to this lead very slimly.
Yeah, that was a good save. Definitely one they needed. Otherwise, even game. And we're back to 1-1.
3 minutes and Snakebite again just trying to pile this pressure on to try and keep or maybe extend their one goal advantage in the early stages here. Pushing forward is Subre to try and get an attack going. Matchit does knock the ball forward and there's a chance here for Snakebite. Matchit, Demo is one of the defensive players. Ascension somehow able to clean it away. Churchill, he's just trying to cling on to this ball and try to get some possession going for the Ascension team. But it is Subre now just knocking the ball forward. No one there to really support him at this stage. The Demo's there. Yuri goes down and the effort is there by Matchit, but nothing quite falling for Snakebite at this stage. LR will be knocking the ball forward. A counter-attack quickly knocked away and Churchill wanted to keep the counter-attack alive. Nothing quite yet. 2:50 on the clock. Ascension in control and Snakebite still have this 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that was a bit poor clear by Jez. I think it was Jez. It's just straight down the middle, and someone could have easily been there, and they could have capitalized on that, and that could have been another goal for Snakebite.
Still 2 minutes on the clock, and it feels like a little bit of a messy game. Sube with the effort, all hot hit against the back, who couldn't quite finish it and didn't have anyone to really support him. And still Snakebite are trying to push forward to try and get this second go. LR will be able to knock the ball away. And Ascension just really not able to get the ball forward. All the pressure, all the control in this game is Snakebite. And 90 seconds to go, Snakebite really are pushing for this last goal. You can feel the pressure is really on Ascension as they look to send the ball forward. Churchill wanted to cling onto it, but Subre will be sending it forward in the other direction for Snakebite.
Yeah, I've got an idea for hype. Hold on. Come on, boys. Come on.
You okay though?
Yeah, I'm way tired.
Jazz tried to get the ball forward. It was essentially a dodgy clearance by the defensive player, but still Ascension, they're starting to go into this. A shot there by LR. Matchit will finish, and Jez, just a simple tap, and he can't even do that as Yui again makes the goal line save. The danger's still there. How have they not cleared it? LR King just scores, and there's the equalizer.
That was just a bit of poor defense there. They just needed to just sit back, just try and watch what the opponents are doing, and then try and get that clear at the last point. But here they managed to score against them.
1-1, and Ascension, a team who really haven't been able to get anything forward in this game, suddenly have got their opening and are now trying to push forward as Yui will defend away temporarily as Churchill just dribbles in the air, gets an aerial dribble in play. Nothing able to come of it on this attack. Jez is trying to keep this alive. 30 seconds. Now this feels like a much closer game. Again, Snakebite on the other end, just balls just being knocked towards each other's goal and no one really able to clean up. Jez is there. We'll send the ball forward. A perfect centre and a perfect shot home. 2-1. Ascension, they've completed the comeback.
Yeah, well played to Jez. Just that little tap over the last defender. And then this one was just coming in way too fast. It didn't have any control to it and it just went straight in.
Snakebite, Snakebite, Snakebite. What has happened to you guys? 15 seconds to try and get an equalizer. In the second map, Yuri will be knocking the ball forward and straight away Snakebite trying to get this equalizer. Match will knock the ball down the soup. Versus send it forward. It feels like Snakebite are really trying to get anything going forward at this point, and they're trying to keep this chance alive, and they'll get the ball down temporarily. Still knocking it forward. Maybe a chance. One last chance. Not quite. Ascension going to lead this series 2-0. Is it also Cam, my Shadoozle director?
Director, obviously. That's for the better plays. And here we go!
Map number 3 here on DFH Stadium. It is going to be Snakebite currently 2-0 down in the series. Already trying to get the shot underway in the early stages here. They're applying the pressure to this Ascension team who had to produce a comeback in the second stage to try and win it. And Ascension now, they're just going to try and calm down the pace in the early stages here. As Jez wanted to get the ball forward, but Subre got demoed. He did enough to really knock it away for the Snakebite defense. And Snakebite still trying to push forward to try and get something going here. Yuri will just outplay his opponent. LR missing that effort. Just he's in defense, but is he going to be able to do enough as the ball gets centered? No one quite there for Snakebite. Jez is going to try and send the ball back forward again for Ascension, but Snakebite, they're keeping this pressure applied, trying to find this opening goal in the second match. 4:10 on the clock, and a high shot. Yuri, he just taps it in. That's so good. Well positioned as well.
Yeah, it's a shame. Like, I know it's a really good goal from Yui, but like this is what happened last time. Like they got the lead and then Ascension managed to claim it back. So, and the thing is, early on as well, early goals, it's difficult to tell who's going to take this. I mean, Ascension are playing better at the moment. They seem to be putting more pressure on, but time will tell. Time will tell.
Subre wanted to try and get the rebound off the back wall there, but wasn't quite going to favour for him for now. So Ascension will now just try and get the ball in their possession and send the ball forward. A couple missed aerials from the orange team. LR wanted to, he was going to at least try and get the ball forward, but a perfect block for now as Ascension looking to go forward here. The defence in Mashit Fitch will knock it away, but Churchill back down the other end will knock it straight back into the Snakebite half. Feels like a really end-to-end game at this stage as Yuri tries to get the ball forward. A mistake there, just bumping into your own teammate. Really don't need to do that. We could do seeing some dribbles at this point. Subre will send the ball forward. Snakebite want to get this second goal, but at the moment the Ascension defense is too strong.
Yeah, it feels like they're just giving a little bit too much freedom to Ascension. They just need to put a little bit more pressure on at the moment. Like, nothing seems to be. I know they scored the goal, but it just. Yeah, and it
doesn't feel secure enough.
Yeah,
it
doesn't feel secure. That's the word. Thanks for helping me out.
Thanks for helping you English. There's an effort here pushing forward for Ascension, but again another goal line kill over. It's from the Snakebite team just to try and avoid any further issues. 2:30 on the clock, just approaching halfway through. Now Subre will be sending the ball forward here, but the defense is just equal to all these chances which have been thrown at the Ascension defense at this stage. He will try and get the ball forward, just didn't quite bounce off the wall for him. The angle was poor for him, and Ascension now pushing forward. Match Fisher, a nice pivotal save. Ascension still trying to push forward, still trying to find the effort. Churchill will center it perfectly, but Match Fisher in the defense. Maybe Snakebite have got a chance here.
Yeah, they seem to have turned it around. It doesn't appear to have left Ascension's half at the moment. And I was about to say that. Churchill stores.
Oh, cheers. But I mean, for Churchill, you just can't judge him for what he did there. Just dribbled the ball forward, bounced it over his opponent, and just tapped it in. A nice finish, and Ascension do tie it up.
Yeah, well played. Well played. This is what they need. They need to put that pressure back on. And that was an unfortunate miss for Yui. Just needed to probably take a little bit of time and see where he was going to shoot the ball, rather than just hitting it.
But it's what Snakebite need. They need to try and keep this pressure going forward here to try and give themselves another chance. The defense for Ascension is just perfect to reading all of these chances which Snakebite are throwing at them. In terms defensively for Ascension, they're doing so well at this stage. Yuri had the shot there, but it was defended away. Ascension on the counter-attack, pushing forward. LR the King was trying to be the pivotal king to get the ball flowing forward, but Jez has to try and keep this alive on the corner there. It allows Snakebite to capitalize and push forward, they will. Subre with the chance, just gonna fall down. And I feel like the Ascension defense is just going to be able to knock this away. 5 minutes still on the clock. One last effort as they push in, but it's knocked away. Ascension's defense is super strong.
Yeah, I had something to say. It's just gone out of my mind. I should have had caffeine before I started this. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, like, you can tell the difference between Division 3 and Division 2, like, the quality of play and the team play between the two teams. Like, even though it seems it's a bit 50-50 at the moment, like, you can see the control that Ascension have compared to Snakebite.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing necessarily, that just considering they've got this defensive control to work with. And even though they look under pressure, they don't seem to be tilted or looking like they're going to concede at any point, do they?
No, I will say I've not actually seen many double commits at this moment. And yeah, like, giving space to your teammates, definitely what you need to do.
Well, one last chance before we head to overtime. The ball falls down. The effort by Jez just hit the right-hand corner of the upper crossbar. Still alive. LR King wants to get this goal to stop it from going to overtime, but we're going to be heading to overtime in our third game in this
third
series.
game already. It's gone so quick.
It has, hasn't it? That's why I was just amazed with how quick it's gone. Ascension then. They were able to tie it up, but now they'll be looking to close out in overtime. Snakebite also the same thing, and just complete end-to-end stuff at this point, just knocking the ball towards each defensive player or each goalkeeper, as it were. Subre, a nice effort. The angle just wasn't quite right for him. Again, they try and keep this pressure and this effort alive. Churchill will just get the ball down, and Churchill couldn't quite clear it away. LR will be able to clear it away at this point. Subre will be knocking this forward to try and get another chance going for Snakebite, but the defense still holding strong for Ascension.
Yeah, this is something I noticed about Ascension. Like, they always got that one person back. I think you noticed Jez on the rotation there. Like, he was able to clear the ball upfield, and obviously just able to get that clear.
Chance was there, match it, and the defending Snakebite team did enough to clear it away for now. Churchill, a nice aerial effort, but LR the King, he really wanted to get a rebound on that. Wasn't quite falling for him. Yuri's going to at least extinguish and get a chance going forward for the Snakebite team. The ball goes, the ball fell. Match it.
Join the club. Join the club.
Well, 90 seconds gone in this overtime period, and Snakebite, they're really wanting to get this chance going forward for them. As our Ascension, really, match will be sending the ball, wasn't quite falling or bouncing off the back ball correctly for him. Yuri's there for the chance and an effort, but Churchill with a superior save to deny him. And again, the Ascension defense is just too strong at this stage.
Yeah, they're definitely outplaying Snakebite at the moment. But then
Oh!
Subway comes in. Nice one, Subway. Is it Subway? Subway?
I'd say Subway.
I had trouble trying to say Armani last time.
So I don't have to say his name, so I'm not too bothered about that. That's the result and the game which Snakebite desperately needed, and they will be taking it in overtime. 2-1. Ascension still with the lead here. We'll be back very shortly for our next map. Tell me when you're ready, and you
Let's
can
go.
introduce it if you want.
And here they are, about to
Here we go,
take
then.
game 4.
Game 4. It's a game which Snakebite have to really take to try and keep this pressure going on the Ascension team. Ascension, who've been quite defensive but quite a stable team throughout this entire series, and pushing forward, instantly trying to get the early effort. Match it, Fisher. is equal to this early chance here. Jesby trying to capitalize or be the catalyst in keeping this chance alive, but it's not. It is now the Snakebite SB team trying to push forward, and the goal was empty actually. So Subre almost had a chance to capitalize and get that early goal for the Snakebite team, but nothing for now. Ascension, they do hold their ground strong, and just when the ball gets loose like that, it can fall anywhere, and that could just be so scary for Snakebite.
Snakebite really would need to win this. This is their promotion game. Like Ascension, they stay where they are. They don't go down. They don't go down if they lose this. So yeah, Snakebite really want to put the plays on, get some good demos, and score those goals.
Jesby wanted to be so clever there to try and get the ball over Yuri, but Yuri was just equal to the chance and the chance alive. Their Snakebite will be able to just knock it away and clear it away for now. LR was the player to keep the chance alive on the counter-attack for Ascension, but the rotator been coming in for the Ascension team, who will now be pushing forward. As I say that, the Snakebite, they try and find their opener. 0-0. It's a really close affair. Jez trying to knock it in. Match it. Fisher is so good in terms of clearing that away, and that was a chance for Ascension to get the opener straight down the other side. Jury trying to get something going here. Match it will knock it down, but Ascension for now just keeping it calm, relaxing it a bit. There's just about in control. LR just dangerously knocking it forward.
Yeah, you can see that.
What a save, actually. Go on.
I was gonna say, you can see that they're putting the pressure on. Like after that last game, they seem to have upped themselves a bit.
Chip Fisher and Snakebite are trying to get something going here. Probably been the longest we've gone with 0-0. Maybe not. Churchill, he tried to clear it away, but for now, Ascension, they've done enough. They do knock it away. Matchup Fisher is just going to stop Ascension from getting that clean chance on goal. Ascension for now down the other end. We'll just be playing it smoothly. What a shot, though, by Subre, but LR the King, the superior save by him. And Snakebite, they're probably wondering how they still haven't scored in this yet. Just under halfway through, Subre knocks the ball down, but LR and the two defensive players for Ascension knock it away. The chance is still alive here, and wasn't quite there. It was just a little bit too high and too powerful for Snakebite to knock that in. Jesby, he's going to get the ball down for now, but the shot quickly knocked away by LR. 2 on the clock. Close game.
Yeah, it is a close game. It's oh man, I really needed that caffeine this morning. I can't think. I don't know what's going on. No, but oh, that was a good save from Jez. That could have been an easy goal. Easy 50-50 right there.
Chocho, what a shot that is, and that's well played. Albeit there was no defending players for the Snakebite team, but it was just a simple and nice effort to knock it home, and that's going to be 1-0 Ascension. They're back in the lead.
Yeah, well done. There's a good save from Jez, and he takes it over, gets a 50-50 on the sideline, and then Churchill comes in. Boom.
Snakebite, they're going to be desperate. They're going to be trying to push forward to get this equalising goal, but so far for now, Ascension, they're just holding their ground, standing strong, and the ball is loose here, and Churchill might capitalise. He can just knock it in. 2-0. It's all falling apart for Snakebite.
Yeah, they just needed to slow down a bit, take control of the situation instead of just rushing in right there like that last defender. Just flies past the ball. All he needed to do was rotate back to goal, and he could have easily saved that.
Oh, 90 seconds for Snakebite to try and equalise and get themselves back in this game, or will it be the Ascension team Division 2 keeping that Division 2 spot? What a shot! Churchill will knock it in as well. That was such a crisp effort. The original shot just bouncing off the right side of the post, but he was luckily in position to beat his man.
What a play! That was a 4-pass play though, just from Churchill to whoever the assist was, and then back to Churchill, hits it on the corner, and then hits it back and goal, like you just said. Yeah, amazing. Well done, guys. Well done. That's what we need to see.
Hat-trick for Ascension, and Snakebite just literally unable to capitalise and get anything going in their way. There was another chance here. The attack is alive here, but I'm fearing for Snakebite that they will have to rotate so quickly here. And look, as I say that, Ascension, they're just able to push forward. Actually, it's Churchill making the save after Matchup made the clinical original shot. Ball still alive here with 50 seconds. Snakebite, they're applying the pressure still. But Ascension, as calm as they've been all game, they're looking so much better on the defensive end.
Yeah, definitely. Snakebite just seemed to be... and as I was about to say, it seemed a little bit all over the place. Yuri comes in and scores a goal. Well done.
Good. Nice little effort there. Subre with the assist. And there's something in this game for Snakebite. It might not be the win, but there's at least an opening goal for them for now to try and build upon. Snakebite, oh, a missed effort by Match. And that, I kind of feel, just sums up how Snakebite have been so far. Just missed efforts and a couple of mistakes here and there. But the ball's still alive here as Snakebite try and capitalize and get a second goal here. They're trying to keep this alive and might try and take us down to the death here. But Ascension, you can't really rule out how well they're doing in the defensive end. Snakebite trying to push forward here. Match will be trying to center the ball here, but it just isn't falling for him. Churchill, it looks like a simple enough save. And at this stage, we're going to be heading to the next map with a 3-1 lead for Ascension.
Yeah, well played, Ascension. That 4-pass play, nice.
A hat-trick for Churchill, and we'll be heading to our next map pretty much now. We got an underway from map 5. Snakebite, they're currently 3-1 down in the series, and they'll desperately have to try and get something in this best of 7 series already. Snakebite applying the pressure early on. LRDK will knock away another chance for Snakebite as they look so dominant and so good in these early stages. They're still trying to push forward and trying to get something here. Ascension definitely feeling the pressure here, and they're kind of missing the shots really, the blue team. They will now, for now, just clear it away, but Churchill wanted to get the ball down. It's going to be knocking off the back wall here. This back wall has been so influential. Yuri will get the original shot. Churchill, for now, will knock it away. Nothing really coming out for Ascension as they, again, just they're forced into the back to defend away all these chances, all these efforts. Churchill is trying to dribble the ball and get a catalyst going. As now Ascension do find themselves going forward at this stage. It's a missed effort by Subre. A couple of missed shots by Snakebite, but eventually they do cling onto the ball. Only temporarily, Yuri will try and get this attack going forward for Snakebite. 4 on the clock, and for Ascension, we've not really seen anything from them going forward. What a shot! Sorry.
it's fine. Call it out. Call it out. Like, you're more excited than I am.
You have to be excited. We need people in chat to be PogChamp, getting hyped up.
Come on, this is the promo and relegation league. Come on, guys.
Come on, guys, get hyped behind this. 4 on the clock, and that's the opening goal for Snakebite. And as I've been saying, they've been sort of pretty much clinical. Talking about clinical, that's just the response which Ascension need. LR, a nice finish home.
Yeah, they just send a postcard back to Snakebite. Hey guys, how you doing?
1-1 then. Snakebite, they only had that lead for just a couple of seconds. Ascension, the Division 2 team, just looking the more clinical at this stage. And Snakebite, they're trying to get a response going pretty quickly. Subre was have the effort. It's somehow, what? How does that go in? I'm wondering how that went in, honestly.
Just Was that? Oh, was that?
Oh,
a
it
joint
bounced off
effort
the
from
post.
Joint effort from Jez and LR the King. Someone should have called it. Someone should have called it.
Really unlucky. Stay by. That will be the response they need, but they've got to be careful on the defensive because that's a mistake that came up and look, it's happened again. Oh wait, Yuri scored that time for Snakebite, and that's a 3-1 lead. I'm sorry, I thought that was Ascession on the attack.
Can't you tell by the colours? No, has you? I think has Yuri changed the his car? I think he's gone from a Batmobile.
Ooh.
Maybe
I still want to see someone use a DeLorean.
DeLorean. Yeah, you don't really see that in competitive, do you? Other than like ranked matches. Like, there's a few cars that don't just get left to the sidelines.
Yeah, bring back the DeLorean, I say, or introduce it into matchmaking. Well, 3 minutes on the clock, and it is Snakebite with this surrounding and comfortable lead going. And it's the first time we've seen him with a comfortable lead. Yuri had another chance. He's really started to grow into this series in this latest game. Subre, we're knocking the ball away, and the chance is still alive for Ascension. And shot by Churchill was knocked away by Yuri. A key player, as I've been saying, for Snakebite is Yuri, and Ascension for now not quite able to get the ball down. Ball pushing forward for Snakebite as they try and get another chance going. Subre will knock it against the wall. No one quite there for Snakebite.
Yeah, we can.
Just be straight down the other, and he really wanted that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's nice to see Snakebite actually taking the offensive this time and actually managing to score their goals and finally finalize on the plays that they've been putting in. Yeah, maybe this could be their turnaround to go to Game 7. Could they reverse sweep? Oh wait, no, of course, no reverse sweep. No. I just realised.
It's okay.
I just realised that.
It's okay. We'll get you some caffeine.
Yeah, I need caffeine.
Anyway, there is a game on our hands which we're meant to be commentating on. 2 minutes to go. Snakebite, they're still comfortably in this lead here. Essentially, they've had a couple of shots in the meantime, but so far the Snakebite defense is starting to hold us strong, and really all the players on the Snakebite end are starting to go into this. Churchill will try and get an aerial defense and an aerial dribble going forward. Nothing quite favouring him for now, just off the back wall. Demo for Churchill, and LR really feeling the pressure. It's a shot came in from Subre. That was a nice clinical finish in the air. 4-1.
Yeah, that was a good bounce off the backboard. Obviously, that little curve just it always puts people like, yeah. Can we not talk about my issues with the caffeine? No, I'm just messing. No, you just see the little bounce on the corner there, and it just goes up, and Subre was just able to finish it.
Again, the bounce in the corner looking so good from Snakebite. This is what they've needed to really bring out here, and it's so perfect. Subre, 2 shots, both saved by the Ascension defense, and Churchill will be trying to get this attack going forward. Ascension are desperate to find something in this latest game, and so far they're not quite getting anything. The shot there by Jez is going to fall into the back of the net. A second goal. Maybe Ascension with a comeback.
Yeah, maybe. Like they've just not been putting on the pressure this match. Obviously, this is Snakebite's game. Obviously, you can see that Snakebite really wants it.
Well, Snakebite, they're going to have to try and hold on for at least 1 minute and 10 seconds as Ascension get the opening ball to try and knock it forward. A missed shot by Yuri. The attack, a chance for Ascension, but the defense still just holding off strong. Ascension not quite falling in the right places for these balls as they get centered into the net. Churchill, another effort, but these chances really aren't that clinical. They're not that powerful either. The ball now loose for anyone to pick up. LR demoing one of the Snakebite players. And maybe Ascension's try and push forward here until this player returns. A nice shot, LR. It just bounces off the back wall. And Snakebite survive another scare.
Yeah, that was a close one. Just needed to angle his car in the right direction. That could have been an easy conversion. Just I want to see Ascension win this, because obviously they seem to be the better team, but at this moment in time it seems that Snakebite have picked up the pace and they're able to play against this Division 2 team.
I feel that flip there by Jez just kind of summed it up, their game, when he sort of tried to go for the ball in the corner but just didn't quite fall for him. It's going to be another game here for Snakebite, and it's taken them a while to really get into this, but that's our second game. We're not quite done yet. We've got still at least 2 more maps to go. Who's going to take it?